Hey everyone, this is going to be a short one. So we'll be coding as usual for 30 minutes or so. Welcome and join. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Uh, Looking forward to it. Okay, I'll start coding now. So will not be speaking. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. If anyone is new, please feel free to take a look at who I am and things about me. Cool. Thank you. Yes, that is correct. Uh, it is very different, but it is very good as well, Fargan. So I think this is one of the best list that I use right whenever I have to revise, and I do also have one of my list which is very similar to this, but I think this is one of the good ones out there because it kind of covers all the different things, and I personally have seen and questions asked them in my interviews also. So I'm not going to reveal the company or so, but let me give you a couple of things. So where is priority queue? This question have been asked to me itself, right? And some graph questions have been asked to me as well. So yeah, it's if I have not seen other people list, if you say it is different, then definitely I agree and I'll choose this one if I have to choose. Cool. Yeah, let me revise graph today. Let's see how many questions I'm able to solve in uh, how much time I have. I have close to 40 minutes. Let's see. Okay, given an M cross and represents ones and zeros, return the number of islands. So we have ones and zero. Island is surrounded, formed as a scenario. You may assume one is land. So whenever we get land, we do a DFS and make them all zeros. So that is one, right? So this is just like a very plain DFS. So whenever you see anyone, right? So for int I is equal to 0, I less than grid dot length I plus plus. For int j is equal to 0, j less than 0 dot length j plus plus if grid of I. So that means this is starting of some island. So we do island plus plus and then also we do DFS on this, right? So public int DFS where grid int I and j, right? So int n is equal to grid dot length, int m is equal to grid dot 0 dot length. Uh, oh, you are from VIT. Nice. Yeah, you see, because it's a top question, and also I am not saying you should cram it, but once you solve it so many times, right, you'll understand what is the gist around it, right? So questions like that. That's one example. I am 100% sure that that question would be in all the list, But the way this list is organized, right, I feel like this is a very good organized list, and you don't have to solve all of these, right? You can feel free to skip. So for example, I'm skipping this, and in binary search also, I'm skipping this because this is a tough question, not an interview worthy question, like the optimal approach of it, right? So I'll not speak now, as I said, right? So not looking at the chat for another 10 to 15 minutes. Uh, cool. So now I want to move to different directions. So I'm gonna use, which I always use, right? So now then you have d less than 4, d plus plus. So now basically I need to do some checks here as well. So if uh, I is less than 0, or I is greater than equal to n, or j is less than 0, or j is greater than equal to m, or grid of I comma j 0, you basically return from there, right? And this will be void. So once you have done that, so here I'm going to just do dfs of grid I plus, that's your current, and dx of d, j plus dy of d, and here you want to say that okay, I have visited this, mark visited, and you need islands, and then basically you say return islands, then run it. Yes, there should be no syntax errors. Cool. I'll now take a look at the chat. Any things are there? Yeah, no comments in chat. If anyone new is watching the stream, please feel free to give a thumbs up or a like. Kind of helps. Uh, just to show that it goes to other viewers as well, right? Uh, cool. So I'm being very slow actually. Next area of island. I think this is like you may return the max area of island is number of ones in this, right? So in this it will be like public int dfs int grid int I int j int m is equal to grid dot length int m is equal to grid dot 0 dot length and int dx is equal to 1 comma minus 1 and dy is equal to 1 comma minus 1, and then for int d less than 4 d plus plus. uh, so area, right? Let's call it area only. Int area is equal to 0. Area plus is equal to dfs of grid I plus dx of d, j plus dy of d, and so you are gonna have, let's keep the initialization on the top and then have checks here. If I is less than 0 or j is less than 0. I'll answer that question, fire gun, in a minute. I is less than 0, j is less than 0. Uh, I is greater than equal to m, j is greater than equal to m. Non-zero. You don't have to delete your questions. Argan, you can keep your questions. I'll just answer that once I finish this. Int area is equal to 0 or int is equal to 0 less than grid dot length I plus plus grid of I comma j is equal to 0 is equal to max of this grid I comma j max. Better to call it max area, area, max area. Yeah, I'm not marking it visited, right? So grid of I comma j is equal to 0. Plus, so it will be area like this. Damn it. Where area will be whatever is the area of this, and it will be 1 plus DFS, right? So in this, damn it. This answer coming as 1. Grid of I comma j is 1 equal to plus DFS of, this is correct because you go in all the 4 directions and then get whatever is the area and then you add it to that, right? So this will be 1 in this case. Let's say you are at this, right? And then you're saying max is max dot max of area, right? And if it is 0, then you return. What the? So you are at this one. see what will happen. So you will take this one and then go to this one, right? This is not 0, so your area is not 0. So your area will be area, and we'll take that one and then do this again. Okay, so here if I call this, so this is for this current, and then oh, you are adding it for all the ones. No, 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 no. Wait a minute, my keyboard died on me. For everyone. Sound. Okay, what is the main difference between front end? Serene, it now. What is the main difference between front end machine coding, LLD, HLD? What program? See, I don't have any specific on front end machine coding. It might be where they ask you to build some form or something like that. No idea on that. You can probably search on that one, but I can tell you on LLD and HLD, right? So in HLD, generally there is no code, right? So you don't really need a uh, language there. But in LLD, you need to follow object-oriented programming, right? So LLD, it's low-level design, like actual code. You have to design classes. So if you know Java, right, it's called classes in that. It's called struct in Golang, right? Things like that. And that's basic LLDs there. Like if you're in college, it's good that you start thinking about this, not learning, but yeah. So LLD is like kind of you have classes. It's like what you learn in your object-oriented OOAD. This might be a subject, object-oriented analysis and design. That's specifically how LLD is, right? So let me type it out here. Object-oriented analysis and design. So this revolves around LLD. And HLD is more of a high level overview of a system. So if I have to give you an example of how HLD of um, Instagram would look like, right? So you have your mobile here, this is your user, you have some component here, and this might be your Instagram service, right? And this might be your DB, right? So the request flows through this, goes to InstaDB, what you are going to store in this. What is this service going to do? Like when you create a post, there will be post API. When you read a post, view a post, there will be get API. All of these, right? How the system basically works from a high level. No coding is there. Now I'm going to do that also. So that's my aim. I'm going to do DSA and then understand system design just to so that there is more awareness. Uh, that's the main aim of resources and all are plenty of there. What's missing is the awareness. So I'm going to get rid of this now. Yeah. This is based on VFS. So you have three values, right? So basically in this, what happens is uh, you have this two, one, and one, zero, and zero, one, one, right? So they say that okay, your zero represent empty cell and one is the fresh and two rotten, right? So two every time what it does it rots the next cell. This rots this. So these are rotted. Then this becomes two. Then this rot can't do anything. This rots this. This also tries to rot this. So it's basically how many levels that you have. It's a multi-level BFS. Multi-level BFS, right? Can be implemented using priority queue such that a normal queue would be two because here a normal queue would be enough here. Uh, let's solve this one. That will help me revise my concepts. Grid dot length and temp is equal to grid of zero dot length and BFS. That's a good question. Like this, I am not. I have been solving DSA from 5 years now. So if you look at my graph, right, I didn't do DSA. You can say probably from 2021. I didn't do DSA from 2021 May to uh, May 2023. So I was doing something else during these 2 years. So simple way is to get up and do that probably in early morning, just like you go to gym, right? If you don't go to gym, so solve easy problems, or then solve hard problems, then repeat problems so that you kind of understand that. Just like now I'm doing, right? So you have N and M. Now you have this grid, right? Basically, your starting point here is, so this is our queue, right? Now, the starting point for this is all the twos because those are kind of already rotten, right? If grid of I comma j is equal to 2, q dot add new int I comma j. So these are all the queues which are already rotten, right? Now in time is initially 0, while q dot size is not equal to 0, right? So now you are at particular size, right? Because these are all at particular level. So q dot size for int I is equal to 0, I less than size I plus plus. Now int at is equal to q dot pole int dx is equal to 1, 0, 1, minus 1 and dy is equal to 1 comma minus 1 for int d is equal to 0, d less than 4, d plus plus. So I am at I'm going to say it as x 2x no toss, let's say tox 2x, that's tox, and that is going to be at of 0 plus dx of d, and toy is going to be at of 1 plus dy of d. Now if tox is less than 0 or tox is toy is less than 0 or tox is greater than equal to 1 or toy is greater than equal to m, then you basically continue, right? Uh, or if it is already 0. Do I need visited here? Because to rot all the cells, right? So even if there is one left, so yeah, I can say this. Uh, Box is equal to 0. See? So now this means that if it is 0, then you basically continue. If it is not 0, then that means that okay, that is either 1 or it is already 2, right? So now to avoid already 2, what I can do here is I can make this also as 0 because I'm just saying that okay, it is already visited. Just trying a new thing, right? You can just maintain a visited array also, that will be much simpler. But now all of my rotate cells are calling 0 because I have already saved them in the queue, so I don't need it. This is a new cell which is which is either 1, right? So I'm making it 0 and then I need to put it into a queue. So that is tox, comma toy, right? So once I've done all this is, that means I come here and I say that okay, your time's up. So you, but now here I also need to know that whether it actually impacted any of that, right? So Boolean impact. So let's call it rotated is equal to false. So if it came here, then that means it actually rotated, right? Rotated is equal to true. So if rotated time plus plus, right? Now answer either would be, but I need to check whether there are any left, right? So Boolean all rotated is equal to false or true. For int I is equal to 0, I less than n. For int j is equal to 0, j less than m. J plus plus if grid of I comma j is equal to 1, that means all are not rotated. So that's false, and then you can return -1 from here itself. Otherwise, return time. I hope this runs. Do I have a grid? Oh, good. Hey, handler. I hope this works fine because I need to jump. Cool. Hey, handler Firegun, thanks for joining, man. It feels like I know you now. That's the aim, just to spread knowledge. Now you are already you both are already good. I think you know stuff. I hope we can spread this knowledge to most of people out there. Cool. Bye everyone. Thank you. Take care. See you in the evening.